This video is brought to you by Squarespace. From custom domains to beautiful websites using their easily customizable templates that you can have up and running in minutes, e-commerce, email and email marketing, SEO, analytics and scheduling, Squarespace does it all and has done it for us for the last 6 years. If you are a small to mid-sized business in any industry, Squarespace is the place to go for all of your website needs. Hop over to www.squarespace.com/Hugh for a free trial. And if you like what you see and want to move forward, receive 10% off your first order by using the discount code Hugh at checkout. Thanks, Squarespace.
Who the would pay $12,000 for a 400mm f2.8 prime lens when for $10,000 less, give or take, you could buy a much more flexible super zoom like Tamron's 150 to 500, Sigma's 150 to 600, or Sony's own 100 to 400? You already know the answer, don't you? Hey everybody, I'm Hugh Brownstone for Three Blind Men and an Elephant, and I'll just cut to the chase. The only people who would pay that much money are A, people who have that much money, B, people who don't have that much money but can get other people with that much money to buy and rent it for them, C, people who will make enough money off the differences in image quality and light gathering capability that it actually makes financial sense, D, people who print so large, crop so heavily, or shoot with such high shutter speeds that those differences become so apparent and compelling that it doesn't matter how much it costs, and or E, people who don't need or care about the flexibility a super zoom offers that a prime cannot. We're talking, I think, highest-end pros, sports or wildlife shooters, who know where they'll be and where their targets will be, and the distance between those two will be reasonably constant. Well-heeled enthusiasts, particularly birders. Maybe filmmakers getting their gear from rental houses. If any of this describes you, look no further. To my eye, Sony's 400 2.8 G Master is the highest image quality telephoto prime I've ever shot, including my own Canon EF 200 1.8 back in the day. I am comfortable asserting that you do get what you pay for in this segment, although, of course, there is not a linear relationship between cost and performance. For what it's worth, I was truly wondering if even that would actually be the case in an era of globally diffused expertise, labor pools, and computational power. Then again, at up to 10 times the price of the least expensive lens we had with us, odds were that differences would be apparent, and okay, they were. $1,200 Tamron, $1,400 Sigma, $2,400 Sony. The lens among them, to my eye, was the 400 2.8. If you looked hard enough. And I did, even hobbling the 400 2.8 by mounting it on my 33 megapixel A7 IV and comparing it to the other glass on a 50 megapixel A1. Shooting it wide open compared to stop down. I still much preferred the prime. I am the kind of photographer who does crop the crap out of an image and currently is fascinated by and committed to large-scale urban landscape prints. Beyond image quality per se, though, there's also the 400's 2.8 aperture to consider. It offers a two-stop advantage over its 100 to 400mm zoom sibling, a little bit more than that for its other sibling, the 200 to 600mm Sony we did not get to test, along with the Sigma, 2.5 stops over the Tamron. Even one stop can be the difference in shutter speed for a given ISO that means motion blur or no motion blur, say 1/500th versus 1/1000th of a second on a windy day. The difference in ISO for a given shutter speed that means crisp image detail or something less. At 2 stops, for example, we're talking ISO 2000 versus ISO 8000. The difference in autofocus performance in low light that means nailing it or having too many near misses, say -4 EV or -6 EV. Then again, if you don't crop the crap out of your image, or you don't make very large prints, if you don't shoot in low light, save 10 grand and get the Tamron. If you do, but can't afford the Sony, I understand. But I'm here to tell you, go ahead, still get the Tamron. You'll make do. It is less expensive and sharper at 500mm than the Sigma at 600mm, and the Sigma's extra reach doesn't offset that advantage. This is now the second time I've had these two go head-to-head, different copies of each, I believe, so I am quite confident that while the Sigma is very good, the Tamron is even better. In fact, the Tamron at 500 versus the 400 2.8 at 400 at the same aperture is closer than you might imagine. Differences in build quality among the super zooms are not significant enough to choose one over the other, although I would give the nod to the Sony, and the G Master Prime's even better. But if you told me, I hear you, Hugh, but I've got the money and I'm willing to pony up for native Sony glass, at least to their 100 to 400, well, I can't argue with you. The 100 to 400 G Master is one heck of a lens. And it is a far more flexible tool than the 400 2.8. Although, me personally, I want to spend a couple of months with that 400 2.8 in New York. Just saying.
This video is brought to you by Squarespace. From custom domains to beautiful websites using their easily customizable templates that you can have up and running in minutes, e-commerce, email and email marketing, SEO, analytics and scheduling, Squarespace does it all and has done it for us for the last 6 years. If you are a small to mid-sized business in any industry, Squarespace is the place to go for all of your website needs. Hop over to www.squarespace.com/Hugh for a free trial. And if you like what you see and want to move forward, receive 10% off your first order by using the discount code Hugh at checkout. Thanks, Squarespace. If you like what you've seen here today, please give a thumbs up, subscribe, join the conversation below because this is an incredible audience. If you'd like a copy of our Streets of New York, the book, head over to www.3bmep.com/books. If you'd like to schedule a one-on-one video session with me for a portfolio review, explore or hone your artistic voice, select gear and more, sign up at www.3bmep.com/booking. Finally, consider supporting our work by using our no-cost-to-you affiliate links down below, picking up some official Three Blind Men and an Elephant swag at 3bmep.threadless.com, sending coffee money via PayPal, or best of all, join us as a patron over at Patreon. However you choose to support us, as always, we thank you for it.